It is said that in ancient Rome, Caesar had a servant standing behind him. With every important decision he took, he was told by the servant, Memento Mori, remember that you are deadly. We are not immortal. We live and we die. And it's really important to make every day count for all of us, because we will die one day. And I really love this saying. I really love the Memento Mori, because it helps me focus on doing what I really believe in every day. And today we've talked lots about sustainability, and we've talked about leaders. Reza and Eric and Masse talked about how important it is that leaders are grounded, are wise, and do a good job. But I would like to tell you and myself that we all need to be in charge of our own lives. We also need to be wise, to be grounded, and to do what we believe in. How many times have you been asked to do something at work that you don't really believe in? Few times, right? And how many times have you done things that you don't believe in really? I think we do that a lot. And I think it can be really dangerous. I had a job once where I had a really bad product owner above me. And since I didn't like what she did, and I think it would destroy what we were working with, I did her job instead of her. So that's the things that happens every now and then. And I really thought I did a good job because I helped the company to actually create what they wanted to do. But I also helped someone who wasn't that good at her job to get promoted, which was really, really bad for the company in the end. So I did a really bad decision, and I didn't live according to my values, because I kind of hushed over the part that she didn't do a good job, because I did it instead of her. And I didn't do my job very well, because I couldn't do two jobs at the same time. So I didn't get that popular either. But if you want to be part of a change, if something happens and you want to help your company to actually grow, how can you do that? I had another job where I was an agile coach for some teams, and we worked a lot with psychological safety, teamwork, and daring to be vulnerable together. It was really fun. We did a lot of progress, and we got some really good teams out of it. And then we had a problem. We didn't have an architect. So we recruited an architect that was a pretty good architect, but he was mean. So in every meeting when he participated, he would say mean things to the different developers, like saying, how could you do that really bad code? Or why didn't you test better? Or are you really stupid? And things like that. And for me, being an agile coach, that was not the perfect environment. I worked there for a while, and I saw that what I was doing got worse. And I was trying to help people to have psychological safety, and he took it away. And so after a while, I realized that I didn't do a good job, because I was just helping people to be more vulnerable than they could actually be in that situation. And I was feeling that I was being more and more corrupted by doing things that wasn't according to my value, participating in meetings where people were mean, and I couldn't do that much about it. In that situation, I actually talked to the leaders I worked with and said that this doesn't work for me. I can't work according to my values within this situation. And I know you really need the architect, but it's not for me. So I actually quit in agreement with the management. And a couple of months later, they called me and said, yeah, we see what you saw now. He doesn't work here anymore. But then I was part of the change, right? It was hard to be the one saying that it didn't work, and it was hard saying that it didn't work for me. But it's my life too. We have so much pressure, and we have such a hard working situation a lot of the time. And if we allow people to make us do things that are against our values, I think that's one of the biggest reasons for burnout, that we do things that we don't really believe in. And I think we need to do that, to do the things we believe in. And I really believe in doing retrospectives, not just with the teams, but with ourselves as well. What I've done today, is it according to my values? Is this what I believe in? Because you never know. You don't know how many more days you're going to live, right? We're all deadly. We're not immortal. And we might live 40 more years, but then we still want to be proud of today. We still want to be proud of what we do every single day. And in order to be that, we need to focus on ourselves, reflect, and work according to what our values and what our stance tells us to do. We work in an environment where we have lots of work opportunities. So I think it's part of our job, and as agilists, to help the good companies grow, and to also tell the companies when they make bad decisions. Because we will find another job if it turns out we're not a fit. And people might get better if we tell them that this is not a company that I want to work in. Because then we give them a chance. If we're just covering up, then we're not really giving the rest of the people around us a chance to grow better, right? So, do you feel that you live your values? Do you take responsibility for your life and for your surrounding?